we see ourselves here in the West, that we have no concern about anything except what is happening to the Muslim Ummah. And because of this deviation from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, Allah has placed on us harsh tests and trials and tribulations. And unfortunately, the number of brothers and sisters who are trying to uphold and hold the line and toe the line have gotten the repercussions because of it. And that's always going to be that way, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. But what do we do from here? We start to make a difference. And I know I've said it in this masjid before. We start to have some concern for our neighbor. We start to have some concern for the people on our street, for the people in our block, for the people that live in our neighborhood, etc., so on and so forth. We start to have some concern with the issues that are going on in the society of London, because you're raising your children in this society. You're raising your families in this society. You're sending your children, once they reach a certain age, out into the society on their own. And if you are not having any care or concern for this society and what is happening to it, then you cannot complain when you lose your children to it. You can't complain when you lose your children to it. Because it is our job to try to make sure that our children grow up in a society where they can worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with freedom. That they can have their identity as a Muslim as an honor, not as a means for them to be made fun of and laughed at and mocked at and so on and so on and so forth. And that is our job. And it might not change this generation. It might not. You might not ever see the fruits of your labor. But if no one sows seeds, then no crops grow. If no one digs the ground and plants those seeds and waters them, there will be no crop next season. That is just the reality of how this life works and how this world operates. It is going to take some effort, because we're almost at a ground zero that there's nothing done, there's nothing sown, there's nothing, it's happening. It's going to take maybe a generation of us, maybe 2 generations of us, to get out and put in the work to try to make the world a better place that we live in, and the society that we live in a better place for our children, and our grandchildren will be able to sit in the masajid like we are sitting in right now and remember the efforts that were put in. You remember a time 2 generations ago when you could not walk in the streets with a hijab or a niqab without being called a letterbox and being made fun of and spat at and being, tortured and things of this nature. It might be, but somebody's going to have to put in the work. The problem that I find is that we are an instant gratification society, unfortunately. We do not like to put in work unless we're going to see some instant results. We don't like to put in the effort if we're not going to be paid dividends at the end of the day. This is the way the media and social media and all of this stuff has turned us into people with instinct, that we want some instant gratification. We don't want to put in the long, hard hours. Why? Because nobody's going to see them. We can't post them on social media. We're not going to get the likes and the views and things of that nature. I might be dead in my grave before anyone even sees the fruits of my efforts. And that is going to keep us in this position for as long as Allah Jalla wa Ala wishes. The Prophet ﷺ clearly, blatantly, without question, told us with no shadow of a doubt that when you become satisfied with inah, which means you don't care where your money comes from, you don't care how you earn your livelihood anymore. It doesn't matter where you earn it, where you spend it. If you cheat someone in business, that's really kind of a small matter anymore. And you become satisfied with tilling the soil and chasing the tail of cattle. And you abandon striving, struggling, fighting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the good of this ummah. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, salat alaykum dhulla, Allah will put dhulla on you. He will place dhulla on your back. How are you going to avoid that? What are you going to do to avoid the humiliation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when He is sent it on you? You can't escape it. The Prophet ﷺ told us clearly that if Allah wishes to do you harm, if the entirety of humanity came to save you and you put yourself in a castle and fortified yourself from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you could not avoid it. You cannot avoid it. So He said Allah will place this humiliation upon you, and He will not remove it from you حَتَّى تَرْجِعُوا إِلَى دِينِكُمْ, till you go back to your religion. He will not remove it from you till you go back to your religion.